What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Greeny and Craig stream. Oh, my light's gone out. Goodness, we've had some technical difficulties this morning, guys. So my apologies for the delay. Okay, but we're here. We're live across YouTube, across Twitter. And I'm just about to click start now on Abstract as well. So
I dropped the audio gain on me, Greeny.
Wait, so you can't hear me, Craig? No. Wait, so chat, can you hear me? Can someone confirm, please, that my audio is working on my end? Because GM DB, can you guys all hear me or not? I just need to confirm that it's not my issue that is the problem. Restream has just been so annoying this morning, but it does show me that maybe try again. Yeah, maybe load again. Yeah, Craig's going to come us back. Yeah. Thanks, Finch. Yeah, so unfortunately, Restream's just hating on Craig this morning. So can hear both of you, Finch. So Finch, unfortunately, Craig can't hear me, and that makes it hard, right? Because then unfortunately, okay, I'm trying to start my Abstract stream as well, guys. So hopefully that works. But yeah, unfortunately, Craig can't hear me. So okay, so he'll be back soon. I'm just trying to get Abstract to work. I don't know if it's working, guys. So let's see if it works or not. All right, let's see if Craig works. Hey, Craig, you got me? Yes?
Can
no?
I hear your sound?
No?
Nah.
What is
Hang on,
going on?
You start shooting the shit. I'm going to try fix this, Greeny.
Okay.
I'll try fix this. You start going.
Okay, chat. Anyways, GM2 sexy. Okay, amazing, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I don't know. Restream's just been an absolute shitstorm this morning. So I don't even know if I tried to see if my live stream is working on Abstract too, guys. So I don't know if this is, I'm just scrolling to see if it's on there. There it is. I'm live on Abstract too. Let me go shield that. Let me go shield that in. Oh, wait. That's my old live stream, though. Let's see if this is this my new one? Okay, let's have a look. It is. Yeah, okay, sick. So I'm live. I'm live on Abstract if you want to watch that too. I might go shield that in the server as well. Come join me in on stream, fam. All right, cool. Yeah, well, my apologies, guys. Unfortunately, yeah, live stream Restream, sorry, it's just been an absolute annoyance today. But I mean, we got lots to cover today. The market saw a huge capitulation event yesterday. I'll bring up the charts very shortly. So definitely opportunity here. So why am I so big? I want the chart to be big. Can we swap this over? Can I swap that? Is that better? Yeah, that's probably a bit better. Well, hopefully Craig comes back soon. Yeah, GM to you, Maze. GM to you, Nicole. Here, your DB. Thanks, legend. NFT Crack, GM to you, legend. Finch, thanks for tuning in as well. Justin, GM to you. Yeah, apologies, guys. Apologies that Craig. So it's all working fine, except Craig can't hear me. So that's the issue, because then we can't even have a conversation. So, anyways, absolute heater at the moment, guys. In the markets, we've bounced really nicely. So this is Solana right here. So I'm thinking that we bounced really nice. We're retesting obviously the golden pocket right now. So for me, we bought the dip yesterday. GTG, we nailed it. We got about I got about 5 trades in. Filecoin stopped at break even. But the others are cooking right now. We're in Sol, we're in ETH. We got ETH at, oh my God, ETH's at 2.1. We literally bought this dip, guys. And I literally tweeted this out. You're lucky. I gave this for free, actually, on the timeline. So I literally put this out and bang, we nailed that. We nailed that. I even drew that for you. It could bounce off there, off the support, but it went down. It captured all that liquidity down there, and then it bounced. So yeah, we're in an ETH long from 2.2. We're in a Sol long from, my average is about 185 or 186-ish, I think. And we're also in a MOG long because MOG was looking really juicy. I mean, the whole market's up today. If you bought anything yesterday, then you're in profit. Like MOG was juicy off its below at 786. And then we're in AVAX as well, which is, again, AVAX has been very underwhelming, but 23 was a massive level for me. And that's where we got into yesterday. So yeah, great entries across the market, guys. We saw over $2.3 billion in liquidations yesterday, which is pretty crazy when you think about it at the end of the day. Hey, like, let me see if I can pull that up. Now, where is it? And then the obviously the catalyst, guys. What's our thoughts on this? What's our thoughts on? All right, Craig, you got me? Can you hear me?
So no? Can't hear him.
Oh my God.
Still can't hear him. Why? Oh,
no.
I was a retard. I got it. I'm back.
Wait, you good? You can hear me?
Yeah, I'm retarded.
What happened?
I can't even talk about it. I had the tab muted. Just that tab.
Oh, the tab.
Fuck, man. Because I was mute. You know how you mute YouTube and everything? So it's
yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Fuck hell. I don't even think I can add channels now.
They, on my end, they're still connected. On my end, they are still connected. It looks, paired channels. Yeah, it still says they're all connected on my side, Craig. So hopefully that's all good.
All right, we can just get into it though. Whereabouts are you guys up to?
Just quick. I was just saying that we bought the dip yesterday and we nailed that buy. So I was going to get into the juicy stuff. So we saw obviously $2.3 billion in liquidations yesterday. That's why I stress this always, guys. Leverage is a tool. If you don't know how to use it, check out GTG. Seriously, we teach you how to do it. Sexy spent 2 hours this morning. I spent 3 hours yesterday with Sexy and Aussie and some others in there, speaking for hours about how to trade the market. Okay, and we absolutely nailed it. So sign up down below. There's 3 options you can jump in, guys. I've added a VIP option too for some whales because I've had a bit of interest from some whales recently. So there's 3 options at the moment. Love to see you in there. Yeah, we've made members millions since 2023. So, Craig, what's your thoughts on this manipulation? Do you think, excuse me, I've got a tweet scheduled in about 40 minutes about Liberty Finance buying the Ethereum dip. Do you think this has been an absolute scheme by Trump to manipulate markets and then to obviously share a bit of news and say, hey, guys, buy the dip? What's your thoughts on all of this?
Oh, yeah, I don't know if it goes as in depth as Trump's manipulating the crypto market to get in cheap Ethereum. Maybe. I did hear, I'm sort of catching up with that Liberty market thing. He made that overnight while we're sleeping. There was an announcement that they're talking about it. Is that what happened?
Yeah, so here, I'll bring it up. DJ News dropped it just before. Where is it? Yeah, so Eric Trump was saying this morning, it's a great time to add ETH, great time to buy ETH, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, righto.
But maybe it wasn't them. Where did I see I'll have to find it, chat. But anyways, yeah, Trump came out this morning and spoke to the president of Mexico and said, yeah, we'll put it on the back burner. And then pretty much recently it's just come out against Justin as well from is it Justin from Canada as well, and has
yeah,
Kudo, yeah, here we go. So yeah, pretty much, yeah, same again. So yeah, I mean, like, is this manipulation, guys? Is this manipulation, or what? I don't know, Craig. Like, is that just an opportunity liquidation event? People getting highly leveraged,
yeah,
over leveraged at the wrong time. You always buy red, you don't buy green, guys. You don't FOMO into shit after it pumps to crazy levels. Okay, you stay focused in your trading plan, and that's how you execute accordingly.
Yeah, so for me, I think it was probably more a case of the market just doing what the market needed to do.
Yeah.
There was a fair amount of greed on the fear and greed index anyway, and we've sat there for a fair while, and the moves up and down haven't really shaken people much, and we haven't gone into neutral or fear, geez, for probably quite some time. So we sort of were sitting 10% off or less than that, 8% off all-time high for weeks and weeks in that range. And I think, the market just had to do something to move somewhere. Because there weren't buyers stepping in, but there weren't sellers either. So I kind of feel they'd gone a bit stagnant. So really, I think the market had to do something to create more interest in it. And obviously a lot of leverage longs probably got wiped out, right?
Yeah.
Was it 2 billion, biggest in history, bigger than COVID,
Yeah.
all that stuff. So I think more of a market reset and a sentiment reset, and probably forming a low to then pivot off. So I think that massive liquidation event has now given us a pivot spot whereby we can kind of, and it's interesting enough that capitulation, whatever you want to call it, it's still Bitcoin didn't, what did it wick down to 89 or was it 91?
91. It didn't even get that low, Craig.
So for me, that was a pretty good sign of strength, man, for me.
Yeah, I agree.
I was waiting for lower, possibly. I was waiting to see maybe the 80. Just the way the timeline was talking, I was like, Jesus, you'd think it was in the 80s, but it was still just at the bottom of that range, man, which it's been for a while. So what's it been there? Almost 6-7 weeks in that range.
Yeah. So like we're coming up on, so what have we been there? We've been there 84. So nearly three months now officially in this range. And that's healthy. Like everyone was so bearish. I was like, guys, we still are in a range. We have not left the range. We haven't even dipped to the bottom quarter of the range. So like
that looks great.
It looks healthy as hell, man. Like, I mean, like, and again, though, we're only down. We only saw a dip of, what's that, 16%, 17%, just shy. Like, if you go back and look at history, okay, and look at bull markets from the past, look at some of these dips over here, okay? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this one here, right? Okay, that's 31%, guys. Okay, this one down here, let's see what it went. It went down 12%. That one's not as bad. This dip here in a bull market, 26%. Okay, this dip here in the bull market, when we went from that high all the way to there, we went down 56%. So 16%, Craig, is nothing. It's a mature asset these days. We are trending in this zone right now. I've been saying this for a long time. The longer we stay in this zone, the more bullish I am for a longer bull market in 2026.
So, same as me. I mean, if you go back to that previous zone, it's a little bit different to where we sort of cooked. What was it, about 7 months?
Yeah.
Bit of a slightly different structure, but I guess just an example of it, patience may be required. And that's something I said. I tweeted it out and I spoke in your group a while back. And I said, I fucking hope it doesn't do what it did for 7 months back there. Just sideways crab and chop everybody up. But, I think for the market, it's kind of what it has to do to allow the top percent to get profit. And it has to do that sort of thing because most have to lose for some to win. So that sideways chop is what's going to, it's kind of repeating what I think it did last time. So hopefully it doesn't go on too long, but you just have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and being a bit bored. And I think that's why people were chasing plays. Obviously we had the Trump coin come up and then Melania came out. Yeah. And everyone was kind of picking that as, it's ruined the market and blah, blah. Nah, man, that coin didn't do shit to the market. As if a Melania coin is ending the bull run for crypto. No. Sorry, guys, Trump and her aren't that powerful. They just aren't. China banned crypto so many times and they couldn't take Bitcoin down. So if China and countries banning crypto didn't take it down, Melania dropping a shitcoin's not. So if anything, it just obviously wrecked a few people, and I think it probably sped the market up to where we are, possibly. Like, I still, don't get me wrong, Trump can affect the market, but just not, I don't think, on a macro level.
No, I think we've front run so much this cycle. Like we've spoken about that at length over the past 18 months or so. And I definitely don't think that changes. Like we have front run, like we front run the pre all-time high before halving. We broke out of accumulation in the bear market way faster than we did in previous years. We made a new all-time high faster than we did after the last all-time high. You can track all of this, guys. Trust me, I spend every day on the chart, so I know. And you can track all of this, and we are front running this cycle quite a lot. And so yesterday I put out some really informational based tweets about how do you know when this potentially could be over. Okay. And pretty simple, like liquidation events, as we saw yesterday, generally are a V-shaped recovery, but obviously sometimes it does just sort of like level out, equal lows, those sorts of things. So just to show you, I tweeted that out. Here's an example. And if you look at a lot of charts, they will look the same with a very nice V-shaped recovery. Now, obviously, if you had some limit orders set, this is why it's always important to use your fib levels. And if you track a lot of them, guys, you will find that a lot of these hit some lower fib levels. So if I do zoom out for ETH, okay, we came back down. We tested literally the bottom of support. So let me just get rid of that drawing for you. I literally drew this before it happened yesterday, and it did. Okay, we hit the 618. Okay, we bounced from there, but we also took out this liquidity that we hadn't revisited in literally a year nearly, like about what, that 9 months nearly on that. So of course that was a liquidity target, same as Sol, guys. Look where we went back down to. We went all the way down to the 886 to the 786, took out that previous block of liquidity, didn't take out this low from January this year, but we went down in retest in there. We managed to catch that long in about that mid region there, and we're off to the races again, Craig. So opportunity across the market. I mean, MOG is another one that we caught in GTG as well. Down here, okay, we're in nice profits there. Fartcoin was another one we caught. Where's that bad boy? That bad boy's up 50% today.
Oh, is it? Fartcoin?
Yeah. For some reason, I don't have it. There it is. So same again, guys. Look at that. Like we caught literally the bottom and the bounce up nicely as well. So yeah, it's great to see that as well. So that's what I mean. Like very simple trading, guys. We teach you how to do that. Check it out in the group down below. But Craig, this is what I was referring to as well. So basically during the dip, World Liquidity Finance was buying an absolute massive amount, millions and millions. So what if I do some quick calculations? That's hundreds of millions there, probably about 200 million, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, maybe around 200 million they bought of Ethereum during the dip. Literally crime, because that's associated to Trump.
Yeah, it's an interesting time, huh? So they bought 175 million of ETH.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. I don't. What do you think? What's your thoughts on what are they doing, Greeny?
I have no idea why they're buying ETH. I think it's because they probably have good exposure to Bitcoin. They probably have good exposure to Solana being US entities and those being US companies. Sorry, Bitcoin unknown, obviously, but it's sort of the standalone. But basically, if they come in and have 0% tax for all those US-based companies, ETH isn't that. So potentially that's why they're trying to actually accumulate that. I actually don't know. I think this is manipulation at its finest. There's so many illegal things going on since Trump's gone in. Like we got literally, he launched the Memecoin. Like if we just fast track back, a month or two, Haley Welsh launched a Memecoin. Everyone lost their crap because it was manipulated, had 95% bundled, blah, blah, blah. Trump came out 90% bundled, but it's all right because he's the president. It's as an Australian, and I know a lot of people in GTG who are spread out across the world. Everyone feels these moves, right? Because at the end of the day, the US is tied to so many different economies. I know in Australia, we borrow a lot of money from the US. We borrow a lot of money from China. So if there's tariffs put on them or there's things that Trump does, it massively influences our dollar. It massively influences our trade and so many things, Craig. Like you probably know even more than me.
Yeah, look, yes, it does. Some of his moves have been pretty wild to me. It's even more wild that a couple of years ago, politicians would hardly talk about crypto. Like it was like the filthiest word 2 years ago. In the last bull run, it was absolute filth.
Yeah.
El Salvador adopting Bitcoin, other places lost their mind. You had the IMF, getting hold of them saying, we highly suggest you go back to a US-based petrodollar.
Yeah.
And, suggestions, e.g. threats, and So you had, countries or institutions threatening another country for not using their dollar, which was pretty wild to me.
Yeah.
And now you've got, fast forward 3 years, and you've got the president of America launching a shitcoin. I'm like, gee, we sped run the adoption phase, eh? Jesus, that went quick. And it's kind of, I remember, Greeny, you probably looked at this. There's a good interview with a whole bunch of bankers, and I can't remember the guy that makes it, but he sort of said that famous quote: "First they fight us, and then they join us, and then it's sort of all at once it happens." And it feels like it's like that now, right? It's like for so long it was like this dirty word, and now it's like everybody is piling in. And I understand that's because it's also a bull run. So, you always get your celebrities piling in on bull runs. What we're not used to is countries piling in, and presidents piling in. So this is uncharted territory for all of us talking about it, and probably no one really knows. But I guess that is pretty bad manipulation. That's pretty big buys on Ethereum. Are we in fear?
Yeah, we are in fear right now.
Beautiful. That's what we needed, man.
That is opportunity. So if you bought the dip yesterday, you officially bought fear. And now my biggest advice, which this is the easiest step, guys. A lot of people can probably click buy during times like this.
Yeah.
The hard step, which Craig and I have executed already this cycle multiple times, is clicking sell when you're in euphoria or when you're in greed. All right. So making sure you're doing that. Craig and I'll be tweeting out about that always. But if you want more in depth, as I said before, join GTG. It's in the chat. But yeah, Craig, this is opportunity. It's a fascinating cycle. We saw BTC dominance pump to ungodly levels. Like it was 62% yesterday. Sexy and I were talking about it in GTG. Oh my God, it actually got to 64%. Look at that. Jesus. 64%. So surely that's the sort of capitulation, not capitulation. That's a blow off, excuse me, a blow off top that you definitely would see in the market and be like, okay, that's definitely a top. So the fact that happens on our what do we call this? The BTC dominance is maybe a very good catalyst that this could definitely be the top for BTC dominance, which we might start to see really translate into some altcoins and meme coins and AI tokens over the coming weeks, probably coming months, I'll say. So if you do look, Sol is bouncing against BTC. ETH is dumping against BTC still. What? Sol is pumping against ETH. If we come down a little bit further, you got Sui outperforming Sol. So really interesting. Yeah, we're not quite there. I mean, what remains, this is why I still think we have got maybe a little bit longer, at least of consolidation at these sort of 60% BTC dominance, is because the momentum still is towards the upside on the weekly. We're above the pivot. So for me, it looks like we probably could still go to maybe March, April at this level. So to just show you that doesn't mean that it pumps. It just means that we stay up at these highs of 60% in BTC dominance. However, if you do look at the monthly, Craig, this is what shows me a lot of confidence that we are very close to BTC dominance coming back down. We have been overextended since June last year, guys. So altcoin season, maybe it'll be different this time around. Maybe everything won't start pumping. Okay, maybe it'll be selected coins that have seen strength this cycle. So think about Solana, think about Sui, think about Casper, think about Jupiter, Radium, those sorts of plays. Okay, they'll probably outperform, but then generally overall, we do see altcoins pump alongside that. Obviously, some memes might run it back. Maybe the attention on newer memes is probably still the best play. But yeah, guys, it's this monthly here. So next month, more than likely, we close below the 63% pivot. And we off to the races to the downside on BTC dominance, because this is a lot of pressure. We've been up here for a long time. And the longer you stay up here, the more aggressive the breakdown traditionally is, as you can see here in the past. So the monthly giving me confidence, Craig, for BTC dominance to break down from this bearish wedge. This is a bearish macro wedge. We've been in this wedge since 21. Yeah, literally 21. So, Craig, 4 years we're coming up on being
terrific
trend. Yeah, we're ready to send this to the downside.
Yeah, like for me, looking at that, and we've been watching this, Greeny, for you and me probably almost 2 years now, almost. Looks like it's ready to absolutely eat shit, man. Yeah. like if that was just, say that's another chart and that's the Solana chart, I'd be thinking this is going lower, man. This is begging to go lower. The fact that it's held this long, but I think I sort of agree with what you just said. I think what's just happened with that blow off top there might have been the catalyst or the pivot point is what's needed for that now
Yeah.
dump.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like that reset was needed, and this needed to happen, blow off top there, and hopefully we start to see that actually break down in the coming months, I suppose.
Just to show you what that looks like, guys, you can do a bit more research. Again, I know my charts well, but this is an example of it's not a broadening wedge, it's a tightening wedge, but it's a bearish wedge where you have broader outside, it comes to the tight, it shows you bearish wedge like that. Okay, so it's pumping to the upside, but then it breaks down like that. Okay, that the probability for a breakdown from this is extremely high. Okay, a bullish wedge is quite the opposite. This one right here, this is an example of a bullish wedge here, okay, where you have price action in that area there, okay, like this. If I just change my colors around, okay, you have a bull wedge or a bull flag like this, continuation higher, okay? This is the opposite. And this is, Craig, this is a 4-year bearish wedge. The fact with the monthly overbought by so much. I mean, this gives me confidence that we could see a massive altcoin season. I don't know.
Same. But, and the exciting part is it's literally going to go from no juice in alts, if that breaks down, to a lot of juice. That's what excites me, because we haven't, I mean, a 4-year upward trend like that, you'd figure is going to break down hard. Yeah, I looking at that, yeah, man, it makes me think I need way more alts. But
yeah, I agree.
It's almost getting to that point of the market now, looking at that. Fading alts may be a mistake.
I bought alts. I haven't bought Bitcoin. I actually didn't buy Solana because I got a lot of Solana. I bought like Hyperliquid, AVAX, Jupiter, Radium, XRP.
Yeah, good
I think
buys.
they're the 5 that I bought. Yeah, they're the 5 that I bought.
Yeah.
The one catalyst I think that could hold this, I think we break down, obviously, like traditionally, if you see strength, it could only go to like its 0.5, so 50%. Ideally, it breaks down to 44%, down there at 40%. Like that would be ideal if we go all the way down to the 786 and 886, guys. That's what I'd be looking for. But Craig, the one catalyst that I think is important to be mindful of is just the demand for Bitcoin ownership.
Yeah.
As we touched on at the start of the show, okay, you've got governments, you've got Trump's bloody finance, you've got hedge funds, you've got countries buying BTC and buying Ethereum. Ethereum is up 2.8 billion total inflow into the ETFs. You've also got retail getting exposure. You're seeing superannuation, particularly we were talking about that in GTG yesterday about people wanting exposure in Bitcoin in their superannuation. So, Craig, what are your thoughts on just the absolute institutional and retail demand for Bitcoin this time around to anything we've seen in the past? Because potentially that does mean that maybe BTC dominance doesn't actually break down as aggressively as this chart maybe shows that it could.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I don't know the answer to it, but I agree that with all that institutional buying, it might pad it a bit. So, and look, we may be seeing the effects of that now anyway, with how long it's been tracking up for.
Yeah.
You know, you could say, oh yeah, but the institutional buying, it's not going to break down as much, but maybe it's already had an effect and that effect is lessening. Or maybe it won't lessen at all. And like you said, maybe we don't break down as strongly. I guess, yeah, it's a really tricky one. I mean, all we can do is follow the chart, and the chart says it looks like it's going to break down.
Yeah.
So to say maybe this time is different, yeah, possibly. It may not break down as hard as we'd like, but it looks like it's still definitely going to break down, which would mean alts are still going to run. With what you said may be true in the fact, though, which ones and how hard, and it may be a fact of this time you've got to be a lot more selective with the alts that you decide to go with versus last time in 21. I could basically just pick any altcoin and it probably did a 5x over the bull run. Just about any alt I had, I couldn't miss back then.
Exactly.
It was so easy, right? And they all moved in unison and it was quite in sync. This cycle feels a bit out of sync, whereby the strong alts are really running and the weak alts are just not really doing anything. So it's almost like the market's matured.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly my thesis as well, guys, is look for what's bouncing the hardest. That's why I pulled this up. So over the past 24 hours, what's bounced the hardest traditionally, if that's been the same case every time we've seen a liquidation event or throughout the cycle, it's been consistent, which some of these listed tokens right here, very much so. We'll talk about them shortly. But the point you just made, Craig, is so important. I think people don't understand that. Last cycle, you could literally pick any single altcoin and it pumped. Okay, they went. I remember with Sandbox, Decentraland, Matic, Dot. We saw like even old first cycle coins. Like I can't even remember their names now because it's 3 cycles ago. But those all pumped, right? Because the liquidity filtered from. It was very simple. It went BTC, went to Ethereum, then it went all to alts. Okay, then went into low cap alts, so you could pick Alex Becker's gaming tokens on BNB and print 10x in a day, guys. That's what I was doing last cycle. This cycle, it's just not the same. The demand, as we've spoken about, for these top altcoins, for the ETFs that we're seeing with maybe Doge, with XRP, with Solana, okay, the drive, the incentive, the actual technology of those are why those are the ones that people want. So really importantly, that's why you got to consider that for your altcoin portfolio. I only own, like, as I just said before, about 6 or 7 altcoins, okay? Because I don't want to scatter it too thin. I'd rather go heavy into the altcoins that have outperformed over time. So if you do look here, obviously you're going to have some outliers. Like we've got obviously Aerodrome, which is on base. Okay. You got Farcoin, which is one of the top sort of meme coins. I actually don't mind Farcoin as a longer term play potentially as well. Fortunately got stopped out at break even yesterday when it did wick back down. Sui, again, can't really explain too much. It does have token unlocks this year, so do be aware of that. I sold a lot of my Sui at about 4.5. Shout out to Sexy for that. Me and him were talking about that at detail. Tau is also actually, yes, S1L, I think that is in the chat with Tau. Yes, I did buy some Tau yesterday as well. I think that could be a good one longer term. These two here are no-brainers, okay? Radium and Hyperliquid. If they're generating fees, they're generating revenue, which they have for a very long time. They're an easy platform to trade with or provide liquidity on. No-brainer, absolute no-brainer for me. As I've said, Craig and I've been holding Radium for the longest time. We were the first people on the timeline to say you should own Radium. Okay, you could go back, fact check it. I promise you, we were. Jupiter bought some yesterday. Towers also. So literally, the ones I bought, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all up. AVAX now. I did buy some AVAX. Now, unfortunately for me, it's a fundamental play on AVAX. A lot of people are loving its subnet, its developer chain, its gaming ecosystem. I think it is just one of the most fundamental blockchains out there. So I think being exposed to something like that is worth it. I bought a little bit of Render yesterday as well. I think it's one of the top AI rendering, gaming, AI, blah, blah, decentralized finance on Solana. Like so many, it unpacks multiple categories, right? So I bought a bit of Render yesterday, which I know Aussie did too. Virtual's good to see that bounce up nice yesterday. It's obviously been migrated a little bit to Solana now, so interesting how that might potentially play out. Dogecoin's up a bit today. Obviously, it broke down out of its consolidation range as well, so maybe that's an opportunity to look at over the coming weeks. But as you can see, Jitto, okay, Solana still reigns supreme. Link will never go away. Link will always be around. Pengu's up 6%, so I love seeing that as well. SPX and a few other memes are up as well. But look at this. Solana's up 7%, one of the top tokens this cycle. So that's how I do my research, Craig. How do you usually go about your research?
Yeah, I'm the same as you. So I tend to watch, like you said, after those liquidation events, what responds the best. And it's not always, you might get outliers from time to time, but like you said, if you make a mental note of every time these events happen, go to your, so say TradingView, I've got a bull market list where I've got all the coins I'm interested in for this bull market. And I'll go against those after liquidation event and just sort highs to lows and see what bounce back. And say, for instance, I look at mine right now. You've got MOG at 14%. Next one's Ray. Next one's Dog, which is the Rune. Then you've got Render. Then you've got Doge. Then you've got Tia, which does tend to bounce back, but I think that's more the staking. And then you've got Solana and XRP. So those names I just named have been the best performing alts this whole run. Except for Dog on Runes, but that does tend to bounce back hard sometimes. I don't know why. But those other ones I just named, MOG, Render, Solana, Ray, and Doge have performed well this run, and lo and behold, bounce back really strongly. So just like you said, keep an eye on what bounces back hard and strong. And it's still Ray. Ray's kicking ass, dude.
Yeah, it is. It fits exactly what you want in a bull cycle. Okay. It has its own revenue stream. It has its own platform that you can use fundamentally every single day. You can go and provide liquidity on there. You can stake, whatever you want to do. You can swap if you want. We were swapping on there before Jupiter, before any of these bots were out there for trading meme coins. That's where I swapped first, was on Radium. Okay. This is going back nearly, like what? I didn't know. I need to do some math. 14, 16 months ago. Okay. That's when I was swapping. Okay. One of my first YouTube videos was literally how to buy Solana meme coins. buy Solana, swap it on Radium to the it was very manual. It's very easy these days, like with Photon and stuff and BullX and whatnot. But yeah, that was the main catalyst for me. But it's the same process, Craig. If it fits within the Solana narrative, with Solana being the narrative this cycle, it's a no-brainer hold. It's a no-brainer buy the dip. We're seeing it start to outperform. Now, Craig, we've seen some of these meme coins pop off. And again, this is a classic example of attention, right? So if we look here, Filecoin is up over a couple of 100 million, 40% over the past day since it's dipped to the 786. I still think this looks really good for an opportunity here. MLG, so this one here obviously was one that we saw previously break down. But as you can see, it pumped quite ridiculously yesterday as well. But where did it pump from? It's 618. Okay, so we're starting to see opportunity across the market on some of these altcoins meme coins that were oversold or hidden back. Again, really good risk to reward levels. Okay, we're even seeing something like ARK. Okay, one of your top AI plays on Solana as well. A16Z also pumped a nice amount today. This one didn't quite get back to its 786, but still got down to that area of better risk to reward. Craig, are you keeping an eye on any of these? Does any of this interest you? AI, meme coin space, or anything like that?
AI hasn't so much, just because I didn't really dig in with it too much, and I kind of wondered. I mean, obviously there's still money to be made with it, but I just didn't want to have to watch it daily.
Yes.
And so it was more about time management. It's not a fact of I don't think it'll make money. I just wanted to focus my time on the things that would make me probably the most amount of money, or what I'm more interested in. Probably is more the case. So I haven't played AI coins much. I probably missed out a lot of money, but it just wasn't a meta that really turned me on. But look, I know lots of other people made money, and that might be a bad way to look at it, because it may not be about turning you on. It's about making money. But for me, it was more about focus. So for me, I've just been really focusing, as you know, about stacking alts and stacking Bitcoin and trying to swing trading those. So no, I haven't. The ones that caught my eye were the ones you listed before, was entries on Ray, Solana, those sort of strong altcoins. I just feel with these AI plays, I don't have enough understanding. Not that, and you know what? I could argue with myself right now and say you don't need to know anything; you just need to look at the chart. So
fair.
Yeah, so I can argue with myself, but I just find this whole thing so weird, man. Is it actually AI? Is it like,
Is it a person?
Does it even matter though? Does it matter?
No, I agree. And then, what's your take on meme coins then?
I mean, I think yesterday's event was a pretty good example of why you should not believe so much and why you should sell all-time highs. I mean, you and me sold MOG at all-time high of what, 1.6 bill, when it went down to what, 230 million.
Yeah.
So what's that? It was an 85% drawdown.
Yeah.
So if you sold when you and me sold, you could buy 85% more coins yesterday. So and that's not I told you so. It kind of is, but it's a lesson in selling all-time highs, because lo and behold, you had an entry about 3 months later for an 85% discount, showing that even if you are the culture coin of this run, you're not immune to. Well, it was almost a 90% pullback, man.
It was 85%, Craig. You nailed it.
It's monstrous. So you tell me, anyone who didn't sell the top and said, I believe, how much did you believe at the bottom of that?
Yeah.
I would have been shitting my pants, dude.
It's so funny, Craig, because obviously, I mean, we keep it real, guys. That's what we've done for since we started the show 18 months ago, nearly.
But, I'll answer your question quickly. No, I didn't enter any memes yesterday. I didn't. I'm a bit funny with them at the moment. What's your thoughts on Mog and Pepper at the moment?
I am in the camp of leverage trading. I would much rather leverage trade them and then stable back to USDT, and then have my stop loss at break even and walk away. And if it pumps to ungodly levels, I print money on a low 3x, 5x max leverage on MOG, on Filecoin, on SPX, on Giga, all those. I would much rather do that than hold a spot bag on Photon or on BullX, wherever you're trading. For me, I think I will be trading in the I'm doing a stream tonight in the trenches. Should be fun. But for me, attention and that capital that I have on those bots are for new plays on new attention, new high volume, okay? We're at the stage of this market, and this is a classic example of MOG going down 86%. And who told you to sell the top? Greg and I did, okay? Now, we have been trading this market for a very, very long time. So that's why we know how to execute when other people don't want to execute. Okay. It's pretty simple. But essentially, what you're looking at here is you're at the time of the market where it's extremely risky to hold a lot more in higher volatility assets. So for me, actually, I still own my Pudgy. I still own 10 Girison. Okay. I did de-risk some of my Girison before they dumped to like 0.5, but I got out about 6.5. Just because those are, if we did capitulate further because the tariffs were going to go ahead, guys, we would have dumped way further. So you need to be acting accordingly. Protecting your downside risk is just as important as making profit in crypto. Okay. No matter, like, so many people get that wrong. They hold a position because they hope it's going to come back, when holding liquidity is always the best opportunity. Okay. It gets you out of that emotional trade that you might be in, and it gives you potential opportunities that you can now take because you have that liquidity. So protecting downside risk is a massive thing that I always tell people to do, as well as take consistent profits. Anytime it goes up, anytime it consolidates sideways, okay? If you bought this dip here, okay? If you bought this dip here and it's going sideways like this, take some profit, okay? It pumps up here, take some profit, okay? Again, we consolidate here for a bit, take some profit. Pumps up here, I took a lot of profit, okay? I also bought the dip at 618, so I hold a little bit back. So I am down in that, but then I'm leverage trading at the moment because I do like leverage trading right now because you can get in and out of that, and you're holding it against USDT, and you can stop that at any time. You can take profit consistently at Fibonacci levels. And that's why it's so important for me to be doing that sort of stuff, Craig.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think leverage trading now is probably the alpha versus holding spot bags. Don't get me wrong. I'm like Greeny. I hold spot bags of MOG.
Yeah.
But I'm not super keen to deploy heaps of my profit back into the market in a highly volatile asset like Memecoins.
Yeah.
Because what would really break my heart is to work all the way through the bear, all the way through the bull, get to the third quarter of the bull, put in, so I go all in with my profit, put it into something like MOG, it draws down 85%. I'm left with 15% of all my work over 3 years. I can't let that happen to me, man.
So many, and I'm gonna speak to you all about this. So many people get portfolio and risk management wrong. I'm not gonna name names. A member in GTG recently said they bought the Solana dip at like $40 a couple years ago. They gambled it all away in the meme coin trenches over the past couple of months. Okay, it's because they don't have risk management. They don't have portfolio management. So if you want some guidance, if you have no idea what you're doing, you're allocating way too much of your portfolio to highly risk assets, send me a DM. We'll sort out a time to jump on a call, and we can sort you out, because that's what I aim to do. I want you to make smarter financial investing choices. Obviously, this isn't financial advice, but it's a guide to help you understand how breaking your portfolio into different risk metrics, okay, is how you succeed over time and compound your wealth over time and execute accordingly in crypto.
Exactly right. And another comment you made, which is really true on meme coins, and goes for alts as well, is say you bought spot now on MOG. The thing is, how long are you going to have to hold it for to realize profit? That's the thing. And if Bitcoin crabs for like it did last time, say it crabs for another 4 months, MOG's going to crab for 4 months, or may go lower, right? So you've got to think about, do you want to hold that for 4 months and have no realized gains, possibly some losses, versus, and I'm not advocating leverage trading here massively, but like Greeny said, in times like this, leverage trading can be a bit faster and you can get a result quicker. Yes, you can lose money. So it's all, you've got to do it smart.
Yeah.
But holding, spot buying now, don't get me wrong, there are entries which are great, but just understand you may have to carry that even till the end of the year, man. You might have to hold that trade. And do you have money on the sideline to say another sexy thing comes out? What if all your money's now in MOG, and then you think, shit, this is what happens to people. You think, shit, I like that new shiny thing over there. You sell MOG at a loss, you rotate to the shiny thing goes down and drops down, and you lose money there. And that's when people start getting pretty depressed. So be careful about rotating as well.
Yeah, I agree. And I mean, like, I know we just saw $2.3 billion in leverage liquidations. That's because people don't know how to use leverage as a tool. Okay. We weren't even holding many. We held no trades into yesterday. A couple people were shorting already in GTG, but we were waiting for an event like that to occur where you can then buy really good risk to reward levels. Okay. And we executed accordingly. Check out Greeny's group. We're up 100% on 250% on ETH. We're up 100 on MOG, 100 on So it's a tool, and we teach you how to use leverage as a tool, and it's at this time of the market where you can use that as a tool.
Yeah, and exactly right. And then that makes events like yesterday highly profitable. So there's a certain section of the crypto market that yesterday would have lost money, and a certain section they would have made money. If you want to be on the make money side, certainly best to, I say, team up with like-minded individuals, like in Greeny's group, come in there and chat, or find another community that you can trust, because strength in numbers is quite a big asset as well. And sometimes in capitulation events like yesterday, it's good to be able to go in a room with like-minded people and just say, guys, what do you think? And just because it's easy to get in your own head, and I had this last bull run, there was a dip, like I said, in May 21, I talk about a lot. There was that big capitulation candle in Bitcoin, and alts ate shit, man, down 50%, stuff like that in hours. And your mind just starts playing tricks on you. Things like, maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I was wrong. And geez, it's good to go into a group sometimes like yesterday. I jumped in the group, and, you've got Sexy, you've got Greeny, you've got myself, you've got Aussie, you've got, and even community members in there. You've got skilled community members in there as well. It's not just the callers in there. The community in there are pretty educated. So, and not to put new people, if there's plenty of new people in there, but it's good to see, and also to see community members get better. Is amazing, because then they start helping me. And I'm like, brilliant. Thank you. So
exactly. I couldn't agree more. And so many people in crypto think they know everything. They think they are the best. Okay. Stay humble. Always listen. You can always listen from someone's perspective, someone's lifestyle, someone's choices, someone's education, someone's knowledge, someone's experiences. Okay. Life is a lesson. Life is a journey. Too many people, I see too many people cocky, whether you're 20, whether you're 40, whatever it is. I see way too many people cocky. Okay. You can always learn. I don't know everything about trading. I learn about trading every single day, because me, Craig, and as he just said, other people are bouncing ideas off each other every single day. Milka, Milka's been a legend for a long time in GTG. So love seeing him execute. He executed Fartcoin yesterday with a great 0.786 buy. Yeah. So before I even pinged it as my trade. So shout out to Milka for that one as well.
Yeah, it was quite funny in your group watching, once that capitulation event happened, that big candle with Bitcoin where it sort of dropped all the way down to 91.
Yeah.
It was pretty comical watching all the P&Ls come up on the shorts. Sorry, on the longs, on the bounce.
Yeah.
I was cracking up, man. Like, it was like ding, 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 ding. It's like everybody within about half an hour hit a win.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool to watch, man. It was pretty cool.
But that's what we do. We execute, and we've executed now for 18 months. So no one, you're seeing all these traders, Craig. This is what I hate. And I know you put out a beautiful, because Slingshot put it up on his profile. Your video the other day about calling out a certain person about insider trading.
Oh yeah.
So many of these people are currently like, look, a lot of these influencers are starting to create a bit of a name for themselves and are starting to call themselves traders. Chat, they are not traders. They don't know the first thing about trading.
Nope.
They are influenced with copy trading wallets, or they're getting intel from one person or another, inside trading. Okay. I have respect for people who have been trading for years, or who have come out of the bear market, who can trade in conditions like yesterday. Okay. I'm seeing these top influencers going, oh, I'm wrecked, my portfolio. Yeah. Because you don't know how to trade, mate. So yeah, it's a shame that unfortunately the wrong people get attention in this space. And I mean, you can just see that on the timeline consistently. But yeah, hopefully in time, Craig, me and you will have some of those big numbers, mate, and we'll get there.
The thing is, for the watchers now, it's the time of the market in a bull run where your people with big audiences grow very big audiences. So even Greeny's pumped up quite nicely, myself even to a certain degree, but the people on sort of 30, 40, 50,000 followers might boost up to 100 or 80, and they have a very big platform. When you got 50,000 followers, if you publicly share your wallet, you almost can't get trading wrong. Your call won't be wrong, because the amount of copy traders out there that will ape your 100K market cap shill, that'll go to 1 million just based on your wallet being shared. Doesn't matter if the call's correct. Doesn't matter if there's anything behind it. And we'll be in, you'll be in groups, and, people come in and go, oh my God, I just saw such and such ape this coin. So these people watching people's wallets, right? So
and that's one person. Like, think of the thousands. If these people have thousands of
followers. And these people publicly share their wallet for one reason and one reason alone, to be copy traded, because otherwise privacy is king, man. Why the fuck would you want to share your bank account with people and show them your money? Why would you want that? Everyone loves privacy, right? We're also worried about privacy, but all of a sudden these people with big followers share their wallet and then hit big licks. The problem I have with that is the fact that it's their own followers and fans that are going to get hurt, because if you're and everybody else, because if you're one of the last to see it, you're going to get fucked, man. You're going to get fucked. And none of it's based on fundamentals. None of it's based on charting. And that's why you'll see coins like Jelly, like turbo pump and then turbo dump. Yeah. So have a look at the exits on it. It's horrific, man. There's like none. It's just up, 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 bang, gone. And it's not coming back now. So everyone who was so bullish about that coin for about a 5-hour period, they all shut up. And when it dumped, they come on and go, well, if you didn't take profit at the top, that's your problem. That's trading. It's like, why didn't you tell your followers to sell?
Yeah.
You got them the entry and you're up 250x. Where's the, hey guys, we might have to scale out here. They just kept hyping it, dude, at the top. That tells you all you need to know. If someone's hyping it, if it hits a 250x and you're still saying ape in, I don't know, man. I just think that's bad etiquette.
It is bad. It's so many red flags, Craig. All right. Let's end the stream today with a bit of conversation about Abstract and other opportunities. So, Craig, have you been dabbling over there? I'm obviously live at the moment on Abstract. I hope Craig is too. I've only got 3 watching, so shout out to the 3 people.
Oh, can you see the watches on there now?
Yeah, they finally added that in there as well. Shout out to Wealth, who tipped me 10 Pengu. Appreciate that, legend.
Bro, I don't think I am on there because I think when the restream buggered up, then the key would have reset. But that's
okay.
fine. My computer barely handles streaming there. Actually, I go pick up my new computer today, man. So I'll be able to stream fucking sexy. Yeah, Abstract I find was quite throttled with speeds for me.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just my computer. But no, I'm gonna hit that pretty hard. I haven't been purely because it was so laggy.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to give the viewers a bad experience ultimately. But once it's running super sexy and super smooth, I definitely will be over there. To farm the XP. It's a bull run, man. Mama didn't raise no fool. I'm all about free money. By the way, guys, we have a big chat about yaps, and well, not a big chat. We can talk about yaps, man. That thing's looking fucking awesome for making money. But back to Abstract. By the way, I saw someone put a tweet out how to change your profile photo there.
Wait, how?
Your PFP. It's something to do with the wallet. You've got to export to an Abstract wallet, and then you can download it. NFT. You can buy an NFT or whatever, and then you can upload that. I think you can attach that to the wallet as your PFP for the wallet, and then Abstract to pull that data and put it there.
Okay.
I probably explained that really badly, guys. So I'll go back and read out how you did it. But I've only seen one person do it.
Yeah.
Have you been over there, Greeny? Have you been active?
No. This is the first time I've been back over here, but we're starting to see a few more things. Like we've got some gaming here, which is a trading app. Roach Racing Club, so that could be fun to stream. We got I just clicked on one accidentally. We got Witty. We got Witty over here, which is like a player versus puzzle game.
Hey, sick.
So it's good to see a bit more development over on this side. Like we've got obviously 39 active streamers right now as well. But if you do come and have a look, we do start to have a little bit more. Yeah, we've got 1, 2. Yeah, we've got heaps more games. Look at that. We got way more games now live on the platform. I remember we pulled up 77-bit. It was so hard. You've got Jupiter, which we tried to play the other day as well, which was too complicated unless you know what you're doing. So there's opportunity over there, Craig. I don't know really what the Memecoins are all. Let's have a look. So what's up? So Pengu's up 11%. We're seeing, a few other tokens up 40, 100%. So there's still money to be made over there at the moment. I
saw yesterday a few people were making money on Memecoins on Abstract, and I was like, you're kidding me. Okay. So I think it's... I'm still very bullish about the platform, even though you've only got 39 people streaming. I feel like it's got room to grow. And I think what you may find is when the rewards start to get leaked, what they are or how much they are and things like that, you're going to find people slowly come over it more and more. And I think you'll find, like anything else, early adopters will come out pretty well. But we've got yet to see. So I'm optimistic. I'm still going to be over there a lot. Obviously, like I said, I had to wait till my computer could handle it. When it can, I'm going to be over there. More so just for fun. It just makes me work.
Yeah.
new platform, and I quite like that. So
Yeah.
I'm bullish about that. And look, it makes me think. It stretches my brain a bit trying to get it to work. So anything new like that, I kind of like, because also in times like this, say Bitcoin's going to trade sideways.
Yeah.
I need something to do.
Yeah.
Being in the space full time, obviously we're researching and we're in the trenches and stuff like that. We're on, in GTG and stuff like that, chatting and networking. But stuff like this, I find quite fun. It's kind of like a new video game for me. So yeah.
So okay, let's touch on this as the last point. I'll let you go first.
Oh, boosting Greeny. So so basically last week we had the first round of votes. So who was it that got the win? If you go to
it was
it OM something?
Yeah. It's not going to be there anymore, is it? Nah, it's not there anymore. Because the new week has started already. Yeah.
So basically,
I didn't end up voting.
We had our first week of voting, and actually people were buying yaps. So it ended up being about $1.76 US per yap. That's what I got. And I can confirm it got paid out now, finally. So I can confirm I received the money. Two things. People are buying yaps. People are buying votes. So obviously the companies that want to launch on the launch pad are buying votes so they get to launch.
Yeah.
Kind of clever. Whether you agree with it or not, look, companies can buy my votes, bro. I don't give a fuck. They're either going to sit there for free and do nothing, or you're going to pay me hundreds of dollars. I'll take the money. And good luck on your launch. And people are buying follows. Like I put a tweet out the other day. I got $100 for a follow the other day. Look, I don't know why you'd pay that much, but I'm not going to say no to. I mean, in Australia, that's probably about $170, man. So
it is at the moment, thanks to US dollar pumping. So yeah.
So look, the interesting thing is now what I love to see, and this is what I saw with Friendtech, is I love to see third parties come in and create marketplaces.
Yeah,
it's a good sign. It's a good sign of maturity, and it's a sign that the right people are here. For me, if people are going to pay so much for that, man, they're obviously bullish. And the thing that I like about it, Greeny, and you've spoken about this 100 times, is connect Cato, and then you just tweet as you perhaps normally do, and then you've got people that are going to pay you money effectively for the tweets you've done. Or you worded it really well the other day to me. What did you say? They're paying you for your work. How did you word it? You DM me, and we're talking about selling the votes.
Oh yeah. So
for your consistency of work, or whatever you'd call it on the timeline. I can't remember how you worded it, but it was well worded. So basically you're getting paid for your work output, or your success, or your ability to put out quality content is probably a better way to say it. So that's why someone like you, I mean, for you, Greeny, you would make now, if they bought your votes, you'd probably walk away with about $1,500 a week, man.
So what's 425? 425 times 1.75 is $743. Times that by what? It's about 1.6-ish, a little bit more, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah, and you also get paid for your smart followers.
Oh, that's the aspect I always forget. 1,225.
I think you divide that by 10.
Yeah, okay.
And then that counts as effectively yaps.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you'll get even more, man. So you'll get about 500, say, at $1.76 times the Aussie exchange rate. Yeah. Bro, if that's weekly for you,
that's $1,000 a week. Yeah, it's $1,000 a week-ish, maybe more, depending on the week. That's what I mean. Yeah, like I missed it. Unfortunately, I was busy. Again, I was, and of course, we saw the Geert runner over the weekend too. I only made 10 grand. I could have made 100 grand, but
I saw that. At a wedding or birthday.
Yeah, I was at my cousin's engagement party, and I've got so many weekends now of like weddings coming up as well. So it's like such a hard time to be tapped in, as well as trying to live. Like I get in trouble from family.
How did you find scaling out on your phone at a party?
I was literally sitting here like this, phone here, right? Phone here. And I was literally just 5% every time I pump, 5%. And I was like,
so hard on a phone screen, dude.
Oh, I was selling it on Photon. And I was taking 5% clips. It got to 7 million. I was like, dude, I need to be here now. And I sold it. So I ran to 21. I knew it would probably get to 20 million or more. And I was in at 750K. So I would have printed.
Man, that's about a $7,000 night for you.
Oh yeah, so like I mean, I made 10 grand.
10 grand. Like, show your wife that if she gets mad, just go. Yeah. Babe. We don't have to worry about rent for like 4 months.
Exactly, that's 16 Australian. So that's heaps. Like you don't make that in at what I used to do as a teacher. But in the same capacity, I fumbled. I literally was, because I was so like conscious of being at the party. I was taking 5% profit, so I didn't miss the top, and I fumbled a 6-figure payday. So
Dude, I
on to
wouldn't
the
even
next
worry.
opportunity.
Plenty more.
On to the next one. Yeah.
Plenty more. That's a great party to go to, man. Walk away 16 grand. Fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I was
No one
thinking,
else is
fuck,
like-
I'm at home trading and I didn't get the win, and Greeny's putting up a fucking 5K USD P&L. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah.
Monster. Absolute monster. What a great trade, dude. Well done.
Thank you. No, well, I mean, Craig, great stream as always. We'll be back obviously on Thursday, guys. Lots of alpha there today. So obviously, if you do want to watch that back, go to YouTube, Craig's Coin Purse or Greeny's Trade. You can watch that back at any time. If you are new here, obviously give us a follow on Twitter, Greeny Trades or Craig's Coin Purse, or obviously if you're watching on YouTube, give us a subscription as well. Very much appreciate it. Yeah, bang and show, Craig. We'll be back on Thursday, mate.
Thanks, brother. Sorry about the microphone issues, guys. Remember, I'm an old man. But yeah, great stream, Greeny. Hopefully people can get a bit out of that with the market dump. And we will see you guys in a couple of days, and we'll be shooting the shit then.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. All right, have a good day, and I'll see you again on Thursday. All right, peace.